I wish I could remember what were those people just playing D&D with puppets?
What?
Right there.
Oh.
Yes. That is at least one puppet playing D&D. Popular clips. Fun. 28 views. Conference championship week? Is that when the Cowboys got eliminated and everyone tuned in to see if you were meltdown?
It's possible.
When they have 576 views total, and one of them has 86. How is that possible that one of our... I still don't see how that's possible. We don't know 86 people. That would be, maybe.
Like, people just probably clicked on tag or something.
All right, we're in. I'm in it to win it. So it's full speed ahead. Oof. That last note is hard to hit. Going in, I didn't know if I was going to get it, and I had to pull out early. Natch.
Nope.
You could lower it so it's like so it's straight across. Like this is super high. Like look, it's going. It looks like someone's off camera booming this.
Yeah. Damn, I may need a pillow.
You want this? Do you want two?
Easy.
Actually, this one's fluffier. You want this one? Or I mean, not fluffier, but harder. Oh man, that was disastrous. I'm sure it was fine. He already died for your sins. What more do you want? Eileen? Hey, that's neat. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, you told me that was going to happen. That's neat, though. I forgot to wear something Vikings related. I haven't done that the last 2 weeks, and I could have because they won the last 2 weeks, but I haven't. And it's a great story.
All right. I'm back.
Ready to go, Smokey Robinson?
I am. I'm trying to figure out the best position for me to like get tanked and not fall asleep. And this might work okay. This isn't a very comfortable position to fall asleep in. Go face forward. So it should work out. No. Go on.
I don't imagine that you would...
Oh, wait. We're not actually like podcasting.
No.
Okay.
I don't imagine that you would stay in that position the entire time. Right.
You never know, man.
Because that's not your method, man.
Oh, shit. DMX gets out of prison soon.
Is he gonna party up?
Just apparently Method Man reminded me of DMX. I don't know why.
You gonna party up, though?
Oh.
Get it?
Who?
That's his name of this song. Party up. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. You gotta make me act a fool up in here, up in here. You gotta make me lose my cool up in here, up in here. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, Steven.
Saint Stephen with his.
In his neck.
Welcome to Pro Football Juice with your hosts, Nick and Jesse.
Hey, happy holidays, Juice Nation.
What's happening, everyone? 'Tis the season to be jolly.
Yes, it is a good time to be jolly.
It is. Oh, there's cork.
Oh no, is there cork in your wine? Oh, it's floating right at the dang top. The
Big old
dang
piece of
top.
cork.
You're just like, what is it that you're drinking there?
I am drinking Charles Shaw White Zinfandel 2016 California.
Right on, dog. And it seems you've got a little bit of cork in your wine.
It contains sulfites. Cellared and bottled by Charles
And
Shaw
cork
Winery,
more.
Napa and Sonoma, California. What are you drinking, Nick?
I am drinking that Kirkland Canadian whiskey from Costco, aged 6 years. They got the they're out of it for like 3 weeks or something, 3 or 4 weeks, but they're back with a pallet of it. So
Nice.
stock up. Go to Costco. Stock up.
Nice.
We got Emily in the studio here. She's right here. You can't see her. She's off screen.
Emily, what are you drinking?
Emily,
Ruthie?
what are you drinking, Emily?
Emily says, and I'm quoting here, I'm drinking Ruthie by Exile Brewing.
Holy shit! I didn't know we gave Emily a microphone. That was uncanny. Smooth Gold Lager is. Oh wait, sorry.
Quite.
The Smooth Gold Lager is quite grand. That's also what she sounds like. The most balanced beer in all.
Did that rhyme?
Inspired by Iowa's iconic bartender.
Do you switch? You switched.
Oof. Behold, it's Ruthie in all of her booby splendor.
Yeah, I was going to say boobs.
Boobs.
It is supposed to rhyme. Emily only talks in rhymes. She's a AmLit
That's why I
major
said-
and it's all rhymes.
Does all the time, and that's when I'm gonna drop a dime. The lime. What?
That must be a crime.
Oh.
Slime.
Oh, look over there. There's a window chime. There's a window chime. There's a chime in the window. Oh, fuck it. I don't give a shit.
Hey!
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Oh, yeah. Charles, there's a little something on here. I can't quite read it. I gotta get a little bit closer.
Oh,
here.
is it by who made? What is there a sponsor by the?
I don't know.
one?
It says something around here. Let's go. Scupper wine. Vikings win.
They did win, and the Cowboys won and locked up the NFC East,
They did. Congrats.
sliding their way gently into the playoffs.
Like a gentle Glover.
They're most likely set to play the Seahawks, who also locked their playoff position.
So the only one that's at large right now is the final wild card position. I actually have some playoff scenarios written up that we can take a look at later if you want to.
So if the Vikings,
Or not, or right now.
if the Vikings beat the Bears,
If they win, they're in.
if they win and the Seahawks lose, the Cowboys will play the Vikings then, I think.
Okay. Dallas, no, you're locked in at 4. Yeah, you're locked in at 4
Yeah.
regardless. But I don't think if we win, Seattle loses, we get the 5 seed.
And then we'll play you.
If we win, tie, or Seattle wins, ties, or we lose and Philadelphia loses, we get or ties, we get 6th seed. So if Philadelphia loses, we get 6th seed. Regardless as if we win or lose, I think.
And
Philadelphia needs to win, and they need us to lose.
Who's got the 3 seed?
Okay, so New Orleans clinched number 1. The Rams need a win against San Francisco or Minnesota to win to be number 2. So right now, Chicago needs a win in a Rams loss to get number 2. Otherwise, they're 3.
Oh.
So they're 3 right now. So it's New Orleans, Rams, Chicago, Dallas, Seattle, Vikings, as it stands right now. But Vikings are the only one that... So people can move up and down, but like... Well, basically, like the NFC is really almost all but locked in. But, yeah.
So...
But the AFC's
if you make the...
nuts.
Yeah, man. So if you make it into the 6th seed, you'd have to play the Bears, most likely.
We'd have to play the Bears and then play the Bears again. We play them at home this weekend, and if we win, we go to Chicago and play them in Chicago. Although the weather's not bad.
Yeah.
The weather outside's not frightful, so that game just might turn out delightful.
True.
Emily's shaking her head.
As like smiteful.
She's well. You have to. So. If they win, I'll definitely scold, and hopefully we win by more than a field goal.
Yeah,
that's my Minnesota Vikings playoff scenario song as to the tune of "Let It Snow." You're welcome. What?
Thank you.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Anyway, New Orleans has number 1. The Rams and the Bears could flip.
Yeah.
Hey, guy. Hey,
do it.
Are you okay?
I can't say it.
Hey, Jeff.
Thanks. Jeffrey. Selling a J. There we go. Stelling a J. There we go.
Yeah, you did it.
Oh.
So if Chicago, there's a chance that we could play you. There is a chance.
No.
We need Seattle to drop down to the 6th seed, and they need to lose. And then we need to win.
Yeah, I said that earlier, like a minute.
That was a recap for Jeff.
It was. Oh yeah, good work.
You're welcome, Nick.
Cheers, dog. Tinks.
Thinkies.
Okay, here in glass against tin.
Yeah, it basically anything against tin's gonna sound like tin. So get this.
You drinking? Wonder when you're gonna get that cork in your mouth. Are you watching it right now?
Mm-mm. But I am analyzing.
Yeah, it looks like a little booger.
Tastes like one too.
Large booger. How is that wine?
It's actually not bad.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be terrible.
It's sweeter than I would have thought.
It looks like it'd be kind of sweet.
But I thought Zin was a little bit more zingy.
It looks more like a rosé.
Yeah, I would say it seems like a little bit more that way.
Rosé!
We did it again. We rhymed.
Yeah.
If Baltimore
Emily said
wins,
this episode's
Pittsburgh is
on.
out of the playoffs. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Because they win and they don't have a good enough record to make it on their own.
I'm wondering if they don't make the playoffs, if they fire Mike Tomlin.
I don't know about that. But
I mean, they were talking about it at the beginning of the season.
Well, it's crazy. So, like, the AFC is so messed up. Baltimore can get the number 2 seed. It's possible for Baltimore to get the number 2 seed. If New England, Houston lose, and Indianapolis and Houston game is not a tie, Baltimore's the 2 seed.
Baltimore doesn't have that good a record, do they?
I guess AFC is just all balled together. And that's crazy because if they win, they just overtake Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh doesn't even make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So they must.
Well, right now they're out of the playoff. they're in the hunt. They're not in a wild card spot.
But isn't Baltimore? Did Baltimore take over the lead for the? Because they're in the same division as Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but now it's Indianapolis and Indianapolis and Tennessee are tied for that. Are playing for a spot.
But Tennessee's in right now, right?
Indianapolis is in right now.
Oh, really? Good. I wanted
But
to
it
make it.
really comes down to like if they win, they're in. If the Titans win, they're in.
Yeah. So New England needs Kansas City and the Chargers to lose for a top seed, but they only need to win to get the 2 seed. So if New England wins, they're the 2 seed and they'll get a bye. Kansas City needs to win, and New England, Chargers, Houston to lose. Basically, there's just weird scenarios. But if Kansas City loses and the Chargers win, Kansas City would be the 5 seed.
Whoa.
Yeah. They'd be a wild card. Well, because
taken
the
a
Chargers
dip.
and KC are in the same division.
Yeah.
So if the Chargers can get the number 1 seed if Kansas City loses and they win. And they get the 5 seed if Kansas City wins and they lose.
It's possible they get the number 1 seed then.
Yeah, Indy just has to win to be in, but their seeding depends on the Houston-Baltimore game. Tennessee, not the game, but their outcomes. Tennessee also needs to win, but they can surprisingly still get the number 2 seed.
What? Tennessee?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
There is a scenario that makes it possible.
If the Texans and the Patriots just disappear.
I didn't even write it down. They had it all. It was this huge thing, and I was like, I'm not even going to write it down. Pittsburgh needs to win and Baltimore lose, or if the Colts-Titans game ends in a tie, they can get in. But, that's not going to happen probably. Hey, here's an appearance by Bill. He's been here a lot, but...
Yeah, he's been in and out of the frames.
But I think since we actually started the podcast, he hasn't been on. Cat alert. Jeff says there's a cat alert. There is a cat alert. So basically the NFC is all but locked in, basically.
Yeah.
And the AFC is just like, I don't even get it.
Yeah.
It's insane. Hey, man. Uh-oh.
What's up, buddy?
I see someone in the reflection of that football.
Oh. Bill, what are you doing? Bill's scratching his face on my microphone.
Makes sense.
What's going on, Brandon?
Hey, Brandon, did you know that the Denver-Oakland Monday Night Football game was the worst rated Monday Night Football game in history of the game?
Oh.
And you had your part in that? And you lost to Oakland. Division rivalry loss. Very embarrassing.
Yeah.
You basically single-handedly got your coach fired.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Do you have a man of the hour?
I do, and it's funny that Brandon's here for it.
It's the Brandon McManus Man of the Hour with me, Brandon McManus.
Nick,
Hi.
can you do a Brandon McManus impression? Just saying a sentence in the voice that we use?
Okay.
In his voice, I should say.
Brandon Man.
Fuck, they turn over Romano.
Yeah, but that's essentially how Brandon McManus sounds.
Yeah.
Brandon McManus.
I don't know how to...
Brandon. Brandon.
Brandon McManus.
You bushy eyebrow fuck. I'm sorry, that was rough. But my hour is Dwayne Harris because of that ballsy kick return touchdown, punt return touchdown. Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
He let it go, and then the commentators
Like
they're like, oh, Dwayne Harris should not have let this one go because it went back.
Was it?
And Denver touched it on the 1 yard line. He just goes over and picks it up and takes it back to the house.
Yeah, I heard about it, but I did not actually see it.
It was awesome.
That
And
is crazy.
He's not a young buck anymore, man.
Wasn't-
Dwayne Harris
isn't
has been
he
in the
a-
league for a bit?
Wasn't he a Cowboy for a while?
Yeah. He's Cowboys, and then he was a Giant.
Yeah, that sounded really cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. I honestly you could go with a few of them because, like, yeah, go for it, buddy. Who's yours?
I personally, myself,
It was it Jalen Smith you picked?
went for
Jalen Smith.
the player that I am about to name, Kyle Odiferous Rudolphski.
Sweet fucking catch.
122 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 44-yard Hail Mary rebound over
No, it wasn't
everybody.
a rebound. It
No,
was
it wasn't a rebound.
He
That's
just
what I
straight
meant.
up jumped up and was just like, nope.
No, what I meant when I said that was that he went up for a rebound.
was
It didn't hit
uncontested.
anybody, but
I
like
know.
he just went up and snagged it, and everybody else was just like,
Yeah.
not even doing. It was great.
It was like everybody had their hands down.
Yeah. Someone was like, when they were replaying, it was like, he was flat-footed. He was flat-footed. Like, one of the defenders is like, he didn't even jump. And then Galladay, they put Galladay out there in the end zone, their Detroit's top wide receiver.
Yeah.
And he was behind Rudolph. He was standing behind Rudolph, didn't even do anything.
They don't care. The season's over.
2018 Man of the Year, Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee, the tight end of the All-Christmas team.
Oh, yeah?
The
Oh,
All-Christmas team. Pat Elfline is for the Vikings is the center. The All-Christmas team is pretty
All right,
impressive.
What's the all Christmas team?
All right, let me look it up quick.
Okay.
It's great.
I'm fairly excited. In other news, while you're doing that, hey guys, I am in. So congratulations to Jeremy who won the Pro
Yes.
Football Juice
Yep.
championship.
My bro took her down.
Yeah.
He done did it.
And then congratulations to me who beat Matt in our low league, and now I'm the winner of this trophy that you see the football in the frame of Jesse's camera. Jesse owned it for a brief stint.
Yeah,
it
because
is now
Nick
coming home.
took a sweet ass time
I
getting
did
it to
take
him.
a really long time to get it engraved and to Jesse. It was a combination.
So I got it for about 3 months, and
Yeah.
now Nick's is gonna take it away from me
Yeah.
for forever.
I'm going to take it on tour. It's going to go everywhere with me.
Okay, all Christmas team. By the way, the low league doesn't matter in this context. The only thing that matters. Hey, good game to Drew though. He put up that was a hell of a championship game. If you saw it, like it came down to the last 2 players. They each had one player on both teams going, and yeah, it was good. So
Good.
congratulations, Jeremy. Good game, Drew, and good season to everybody. On offense of the all Christmas team, there's a lot of people I do not know. It must be
Okay.
college as well. Quarterback,
That's not fun.
Paul Christman.
Fuck is that?
Christman. It's Paul Christman. I don't know who it is. Running back is Toy Ledbetter.
Oh my gosh, that is an awesome name.
For the wide receivers, we have Jack Snow, Jesus Wilson, Ike Frankian. I'm assuming Frankian is because of frankincense and myrrh.
Oh my god.
For our
that's a
offensive
stretch.
line, we have Scott Burgold because of gold. Bill Murrah. I'm assuming it's because of Murr. I was thinking just Bill Murray for some reason. Pat Elfline, Ben Garland is your right tackle, and is that right? Red Slate or Slate? It's spelled like Slay with a T at the end, and his first name is Red. At tight end, we have Kyle Rudolph.
Yeah.
And kicker is Sonny Winters. The coach is Pete Carroll. Punter is Rick Partridge.
Nice.
Okay, I don't get that one. The punt returner is Leo Petrie. Is that supposed to be in a pear tree, sort of? They had to stretch for that one, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
On defense, we have Frosty Rucker,
Yeah.
Santana Dotson. I don't know what's that one.
Santa.
Santana. Jared Klaus, Dottie Nicholas, Frank Kring, Ed Pine, Mateus Kiwanuka.
I'm trying to say that one again.
Matthias Kiwanuka?
That's
Maybe.
Well, Malik.
Wow, it kind of does sound like that. Merrill Noel, Davin Hawley, Gainel Tinsley, at free safety. There's a lot there.
Yep. That is,
Goose Gonsoulin is the is the strong safety. That's great. I like that.
man,
Like I said, there's a lot of people I have never
Yeah.
heard of in that, but it's still fun. Still fun. Still fun. Still fun. It's still fun.
is it fun?
I don't like it.
Shit.
Xavier Rhodes is out of practice today with a groin injury because he was injured during the game, and Eric Kendricks is out again. Matt Nagy said that if the Rams, so the Vikings game got flexed to 325,
Okay.
and it's the same time that the Rams are playing. So if the Rams are down big time, that means that, and they're probably not going to win, then that means that the Bears will get the number 2 seed. So Nagy said that if that happened, he'd consider sitting the starters. But there's no way they're going to know that unless it's like 41-0 at halftime.
I don't see them sitting.
And the Rams play San Francisco, so
I
it's
don't see
not.
them sitting the starters because of like the against the Vikings.
Yeah, but he said he'd do it.
Trust no one.
Jordan Reed and Colt McCoy were sent to IR. Now, this is funny because they play Philadelphia, and what they did was they picked up Marcus Smith, who was a former first-round pick for Philadelphia,
Okay.
the week before they play Philadelphia. So they might be trying to get some intel to beat Philadelphia.
Oh,
They might be
maybe.
just trying to ruin Philadelphia's
God, that would be awesome.
playoff run. But once again, Nick Foles, out of nowhere, end of season is
we talked-
unstoppable for some
We
reason.
talked about that this earlier today, and I don't freaking understand
He
it.
threw like was it not last game, but the game before, I think. He threw like 457 yards and 4 touchdowns or something.
400 some yards
Maybe
and
it
4
was this one
touchdowns.
then, who I'm thinking of. But I'm like, why can't anybody stop him?
I don't know,
understand.
man.
And it's not like I'm not hypocritical because the Vikings did not stop him. They got the shit kicked out of them by him.
Didn't you guys beat them though this season? Earlier this season?
Earlier this season, yeah. I don't even know if Foles was playing though. It might have been Wentz.
Probably. Jesus, I don't understand how like fans wouldn't be calling for Foles over Wentz.
I don't
like
know.
I mean, like
well, he played like shit earlier
He
this
did.
season.
he did.
And then Wentz came in and also didn't play well, got injured. And now Foles, out of nowhere, is doing this end of the season comeback.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say Wentz played like shit, but he didn't play like end of the season Foles does.
Yeah, no, that's fucking Foles is playing the best quarterback football right now in the league. It's just stupid. Doesn't make any
Arguably,
sense.
you're right. Sorry, it takes me a lot of time to
Oh, no,
drink.
I got you.
Because I take a lot of drink in my mouth.
Oh. Hey,
Emily, are you reading pornography during this podcast
shit,
again?
I'm reading porn.
Are you reading porn?
Are you looking at McDonald's menus?
All I
You
can
wanna go to
see is the
McDonald's?
top. All I can see is your head. So all I can do is assume that you're reading pornography.
Oh, pornography.
Pornography. No. Oh. Pornog coffee. See what I did there?
I did. It was nice.
There's like I really only want to talk about teams that are relevant right now.
Yeah.
Although there is some news from teams that aren't going to make it.
I guess this is Dolphins are going to move on from Ryan Tannehill.
Yep,
next
I
season.
saw that.
And Adam Gase is on the hot seat, which I think he probably should be.
Wait, I think we've discussed that actually.
Yeah.
Because it makes a lot of sense. Here's the thing. Devontae Parker is a wide receiver for the Dolphins who played in Louisville and excelled because Theodore Bridgewater was his quarterback, and they both got drafted in the NFL the same year.
So he'll go to the Dolphins.
And Teddy Bridgewater, mind you, is from Miami. All signs are pointing towards the Dolphins making a big friggin' push for Theodore Roosevelt Odiferous Tiberius Bridgewater.
That'd be good.
I actually on Bleacher Report there was an interesting article that was bold predictions for free agency, which I think we should take a look at.
Yes,
because there's some interesting interesting things. In
I
here.
love that crap.
One of them does talk about one does talk about Theodore. Theodore's in this list. One bold prediction. And this is brought to you by BleacherReport.com. Bleacher Report for all your Bleacher needs. Texans pay top dollar to protect quarterback Deshaun Watson. That means they're going to spend big bucks on offensive linemen.
Yeah,
Boring. Next.
Yep.
Le'Veon Bell becomes focal point of whose offense?
Not the Colts. Jets.
Boom. Jets offense. Was there news or something?
No, so he's been petitioning the Colts, but the Colts aren't going to do it. They've got Marlon Mack for cheap.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Mack's doing pretty friggin' well.
He's up and down. I've had him all season. And he was injured for the beginning. He was injured for a long time before I would actually put him in.
I just don't see them going after Le'Veon Bell.
Oh man, they have so much money. Actually, I think
they could surround Luck with more weapons and an offensive line.
They definitely need some wide receivers. I wouldn't even mind. And another note that I have is that Deshaun Jackson wants out of Tampa Bay. I would think that Deshaun Jackson might not be a good stopgap for Andrew Luck.
Yeah,
I mean he's a speedster. He can still burn people.
True. That's really though, any team's gonna probably be lucky to get Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, but he wants out. And what would he want to do at this point in his career? He'd want to go with someone.
He'd want to go to a team that's going to win.
I mean, I guess I can't say that about the Colts per se, that they're Super Bowl ready or anything. But they're definitely improving quite a bit. Anyway, Le'Veon Bell becomes focal point of Jets offense. Him and Sam Darnold.
Yeah, that makes sense. Damn it, my fucking eyelashes keep trying to get in my eyeballs. You ever do that where it sticks and you're just like, stop it.
Yeah. You don't wear contacts, but the absolute worst thing that can happen to you with contacts is when an eyelash gets underneath your contact and it's instant burning, it feels like your eyeball is burning out.
That's uncomfortable.
Yes.
Emily, have you had that?
I saw Emily shaking her head before I even finished what I was saying. Unless she's just super into her. So
it's cat
scratching. It's like you got cat scratch fever.
Ew.
Hey, listen. He's a dirtbag. He's one of the biggest dirtbags around. But cat scratch fever, okay. Stranglehold is so great.
I know.
It's a shameful. It's almost a shameful pleasure anymore.
I know.
But in the movie Rockstar, they used it almost perfectly in a clubbing scene. It was weird.
We should watch it. That scene sometime. I heard that song and I was listening and I was like, God, this song is fucking good. And I saw I saw Ted Nugent's name and I was like, son of a bitch.
And it's
yeah, it's fucking great.
It's so great.
Yeah.
I guess we can take solace in the fact that I used to like Cat Scratch Fever, but it got overplayed way too much, so F that. But Stranglehold, oh crap. He had one good song.
Stranglehold is...
I'd say 1.5, because Cat Scratch Fever, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know, though. Stranglehold is really good.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's one of the best songs of that era, as far as I'm concerned. It's like an 8 minute. It's like 8.5 minutes, but it's so worth it.
It was
every drop of it. When it drops back in.
It's on my running playlist for a long time because it's a really good it does that. It's just it gets really high and then it gets kind of low and then it's
even in that middle that background the whole thing is just just like a bass player oh man, it's great. And then it comes in with the when it comes back in with the lyrics is when it really kicks.
Oh, son of a bitch! I don't like that we're talking about how much
love is a bitch now.
Yeah. Terrible.
Get me in my way.
Terrible piece of shit human though.
Yeah, for real. But god damn, he got his money for a reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, Larry Fitzgerald leaves Arizona to play elsewhere, which I don't think at all.
I don't think it will happen.
He's quoted in this article as saying somewhere else that if he has to play somewhere besides Arizona, he's not going to play. That's what he said, because he's already, after this many years, why would you even...
Yeah, why would you go to a different team?
No. Colts splurged by signing D Ford and Tyrell Williams, and that's actually what we were just kind of talking about, how they get a wide receiver. Although Tyrell Williams is
not a splurge.
It's like they just replaced Ryan Grant with him because Ryan Grant.
But is Tyrell Williams going to be like the wide receiver commodity that people were talking about? You know how like Dante Moncrief, I think, was last year's?
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be, and then what's his face? For the Jets, who just disappeared, Terrell Pryor.
Oh, yeah. Where the hell he's with?
He's with the Jets.
Not now. He got cut?
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know who he's with now. I thought someone picked him up.
I don't know. I thought he was still there, but he was like, remember he had 1 year.
The Browns.
Yep, and didn't do jack. Currently a free agent. Previously with the Jets. But I mean, he was so bad after being so good that he just got jacked, bro. What am I doing? Oh yeah, D Ford I guess would be a good signing in linebacker. I feel like the Colts have some work to do on defense. Frank Clark fortifies the Browns' defensive front. He's a defensive tackle for Seattle.
Oh, I know who he is. Okay. I think he's going to be one of the higher paid tackles in the offseason.
Possibly.
Man, he would. That Browns defense would be even deadlier, or even scarier, rather. I mean, they're pretty good now, but they're going to be even better.
I skipped one. I thought Nick Foles was on this, but apparently not. Teddy Bridgewater returns home to replace Ryan Tannehill. That's where I was getting this from. I thought Nick Foles was with this one. Oh yeah, it's right here. What the hell? Nick Foles reinvents who? Nick Foles reinvents blank as Super Bowl contenders.
Oh.
Who do you think? It's actually a bit intriguing.
The Eagles?
No.
I want to see if I can figure this one out.
But I don't think that Nick Foles, if he gets traded, will do anything.
Jaguars?
Yeah, Jaguars. Nice.
Can't see. I feel like if the Jaguars are going to go after a quarterback, it's going to be after someone that they know can get it done, and which is stupid because fucking Nick Foles is a Super Bowl winning MVP. He's a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, but he's not consistent. That's the only problem.
No,
what they need,
honestly,
were they going to jump from a guy who's not consistent to another guy who's not consistent? I figured
Jacksonville would go after Flacco.
Oh, nice. I don't know. I almost think that they could go after Teddy Bridgewater as well. In Madden, remember?
Yeah.
He would always, me and Mike were the Texans and the Titans, and every single league that we made, because we made it a couple of times or whatever, Teddy Bridgewater always ended up as the starting quarterback for the Jags.
That wouldn't surprise me either. I do think Teddy's going to be one of the
highly sought after
quarterbacks for sure.
He's going to get paid, I think.
Yeah,
and he's starting. If he's not starting, he's going to get significant snaps in this next game because it doesn't matter to New Orleans.
He's perfectly healed. He's got to be 100% healed now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And then so he hasn't really. He's got. God, he'd be like a fresh football player.
Yep. And he's gonna turn 25 or something.
That's it.
Something like that. 25, 26 maybe.
You could still get a franchise quarterback for 15 years.
Yeah.
10 to 15 years.
Yeah, ish. Yeah.
Out of a free agent signing.
Yep.
Because he's good enough to be a franchise quarterback. He was a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, he was in line to be the franchise quarterback of the Vikings.
I could see the Denver, I think, is going to go after a quarterback too.
Wouldn't it be crazy if he's signed with the Patriots or something? Patriots.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious that the Patriots have had so many prospects. Oh, by the way, Tom Brady said he's returning in 2019. But they've had so many prospects come and go in the time of Brady. And now,
Like good
at the time that he's going to retire, they have Brian Hoyer. They have nobody.
Yeah.
So I think, well, you know what? They'll probably just draft somebody who's amazing out of nowhere.
Probably. Or they'll get like Beathard or something because they've got Nick Mullins in San Francisco.
That's true. Yeah, Beathard could possibly.
I don't
go
think he'll
somewhere.
start anywhere, but I could definitely he'll be a career backup.
I don't know though. I feel like he's had experience. I feel like maybe someone might pull the trigger on him in free agency frenzy. You know how
For some
it works.
reason, I feel like he'd be a good backup and possible starter in Tennessee. Like he'd be a good Mariota backup.
Yeah, he'd definitely be like. I feel like he'd definitely be a top backup on any team.
Yeah,
Like how the Vikings have Trevor Siemian. I think that's a top backup.
yeah,
He's probably one of the top backups.
yeah.
Besides
Josh
Joe
Johnson's
Flacco.
turned out to be an okay. What?
Besides Joe Flacco. Or Teddy Bridgewater.
What else you got for the?
What? No, that was it.
Oh, that was a little fun. That was fun.
That
little
was
discussion.
fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
I have some other kind of little fun things here we could probably do. One of them is the most passed TDs by a rookie in history, and the other one is the best scoring defenses. I got a list.
Oh, Mahomes is 30 now, right? Touchdowns?
Yeah, but he's not a rookie.
No, he's not a rookie.
You want to do that one?
Sure.
Do you have any initial ideas? And I'll just tell you as a
Most passed touchdowns by a rookie?
yes, and I'll tell you that it's modern day. I'll give you the oldest one on the list, which just so happens to be the number one on the list. Could you make a guess?
The oldest one on the
But
list.
it's not old. Like I wouldn't consider this person to be. They're not playing, but I wouldn't consider them to be an old player, like an old timey player. You know.
Yeah. Not Peyton, is it?
It is Peyton. Peyton Manning is number one, but with 20, he's actually tied for number one. To be honest, he's tied at 26 touchdowns as a rookie. Now the rest of them, and by the way, they had like a 1 in 12 season, or not 1 in 12,
Yeah.
1 in 15 season that year. They only won one game, but the rest of them are still playing. Can you guess them? There's only
Cam
5 on
Newton?
this list.
Cam?
Passing.
Oh, yeah. Tom Brady?
No, he's older than Manning.
No,
Oh,
he's
I'm
not.
sorry. Manning's the oldest one on this list.
Yeah, but Brady's not older than Manning.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Manning's like 44, 45.
He was in the league. I thought Brady was in the league longer than Manning.
I don't think so. Pretty sure because remember Peyton was playing still when he was like 41, no 40, something like that. Brady's younger. Players that are Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh yeah, you're right. 2 years. 2 years. No.
Damn.
Although that's a good guess. That they just ran the bus the whole time.
Yeah. I don't know who. Who you got?
The next one on the list who was tied with Wilson actually. It's tied with
was it
Manning.
Russell
It's
Wilson?
with 26. Yeah. The next one is a current rookie.
Oh.
That's why this list even came up on Bleacher Report.
Why can't is it Darnold?
Nope.
Why can't I think of the rookies? It's not Baker Mayfield. He doesn't have that many touchdowns. Is it really Mayfield?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, he has 24
Wow.
with a game to go.
Wow.
So he could technically pass these fools, although they're playing Baltimore.
Ooh.
It's a tough game though, because that's a division rival, and they're playing
Cleveland's
pretty
been
well.
Playing pretty well, yeah.
I think Cleveland next year will be the team to watch, and I think our Juicies have made Cleveland the most improved. Didn't we? Didn't we have them? Anyway, there's 2 left, and I think you should get them. At
Say
least
that.
one.
Be Dak, and I'm not going to know about it because that doesn't sound like it'd be a Dak rating, Dak thing.
Think of people you're high on and people you're low on. Who are you super high on?
I don't know, man.
Just go with your gut, bro.
I don't know, man.
Go with your gut,
I
bro.
don't know, man.
Your gut. Go with it.
Andrew Luck one?
Yeah. That's your low. That's your super low on.
I'm not low on Andrew Luck.
Oh, come on.
No,
You turned around on him.
I did not think he was going to be able to play. I honestly didn't think he'd be able to play a full season again. He winked at Bill.
He was giving me the eyes. He knows what's up.
God damn.
Come on, dude. You had it. You had it. Look at me.
Looking at
You had it.
It's not Dak though. It's Dak.
Yeah.
Dak, really?
Yeah, and Dak is tied with Luck. So it's Manning and Wilson with 26, Baker Mayfield with 24, and Prescott and Luck tied with 23.
Wow.
How about that, apples?
Nice work. that was well done.
Now I want to talk about the best scoring defenses. Now, this means who in the NFL is keeping their opponents to the fewest amount of points per game.
Like right now, I know that I can name who I think the top 5 is?
Go for it.
In no particular order, or
Sure.
even in a particular order.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 listed.
I'm going to go in a particular order.
You know what? Don't. Just start naming them off,
Baltimore.
and we'll. Yeah.
Baltimore, Chicago, Tennessee, Dallas, Jacksonville, Houston.
And
I'm trying to think of a 7th.
who's the 7th?
Hold on, Denver.
Who's the 7th? Denver. Whatever. So let's see how you did. I was just writing them down quick.
Okay.
Baltimore is 1. You were right,
Yep.
with 17.5 points a game. Chicago, you said 2nd, but they're actually 3rd with 18.2.
Oh.
But you said Tennessee was 3rd, and they're actually 2nd with 18.
Ooh, look at that.
Now at 4, you have Dallas, and that's correct, with 19.3. Then you said Jacksonville, which is also correct, at 19.7. Houston, which is also correct,
Okay.
at 20.9. And for the last team, you said Denver, and you're a fucking moron because it's the Vikings at 21.1.
sorry.
You bitch! I hate you!
Oh, I knew this was a trap. I should have said the Vikings.
You know what? They had 10 listed, and I stopped at the Vikings. 'Cause
Yeah.
Who cares after that?
Yeah. Yep. You wouldn't have wanted to even talk about this if the Vikings weren't on that list.
Maybe not. So, get this.
I've still got like 6 out of 7.
No, God, that was beautiful. And you flipped just like 2 of them.
I know.
It was like you had them all in order, flipped 2, and I would have
Rain Man shit.
I probably would have put like Chicago first if it was me doing that.
I thought it was.
I'm
but
glad
I just
I'm the
keep
one with the
hearing-
notes.
I just keep hearing the Ravens, the number 1 scoring defense. Or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're playing balls out. A little rough on the edge there. Let's see. I'm gonna. What time? What time do we have?
Like in the bottom of the flask where other whiskeys have mixed in with the whiskey that I've added in it.
Did you wash that?
Sometimes.
Devin Funchess is
It's
not going
whiskey.
to return to Carolina. He's
Doesn't
going to become
surprise me.
probably a pretty high-ranking free agent.
Do you think he'll be a high ranking?
Yes, because free agency is crazy as shit, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I would say I'd be willing to bet that Teddy Bridgewater will make the most money in free agency this offseason.
I'll take. I know. Le'Veon Bell.
I don't think so.
Excuse me.
Le'Veon Bell should, but he's not a quarterback.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's a good point. Damian Williams got signed right before this podcast. Chiefs signed him to a 2-year extension. Damian Williams, who's been honestly really solid in the absence of Kareem Hunt and Spencer Ware.
Good. Was he?
He was with the Dolphins originally.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he's not. Well, he hasn't had that many years in the league.
He's
right?
only 26.
Oh really? I would have thought he was like 2 years in. Weird. Philip Lindsay is out for the year, which means nothing
But he missed
to
the
Denver.
Pro Bowl.
Yeah, he's gonna miss the Pro Bowl, and he still lives with his parents.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Poor bastard.
Well, he said it keeps him grounded, I guess. The Packers have interviewed two people, Jim Caldwell and Chuck Pagano.
I don't get it.
And Joe Philbin is the incumbent. Here's my thing. I think, and I talked to so Drew, who is actually a Packers fan, and he was the runner-up in the Pro Football Juice League fantasy team football game. What was I talking about? Yeah, I talked to him about this, and he is not an Aaron Rodgers fan.
Really?
He's a Packers fan. He is not an Aaron Rodgers. I talked to him about how they paid him too much and how they could pay less and have more pieces around him. He was like, yes, that's exactly right. He said, I said, he's becoming a LeBron James on this team. He wants Philbin, and he'll probably get Philbin. Like, he's going to determine who the next coach is. Just like LeBron, figures out who the next coach is going to be for whoever.
LeBron, then
right.
But like that's not how the NFL works.
He gets to the Super Bowl and lose every year. Yeah,
every year, really,
every single year.
I don't think it's been.
And then he'd go to Cleveland and lose with them. To the 49ers.
Dude, what if the Packers are just like, fuck it, we're gonna rebuild with Deshaun Kaiser, ship Aaron Rodgers off to Jacksonville?
Oh man, that would be insanity.
It would be crazy.
He would even be in the AFC. It'd totally mess up the AFC.
The Packers wouldn't have to. Would only have to face him in the once every 4 years, and possibility of a Super Bowl.
Definitely the scenario it's what they did with Brett Favre. They shipped him off to the Jets. It was they'd play him maybe
and he
once.
Climbed his way back in the NFC.
Yeah, he came back. It'd be funny if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jaguars for a year and then comes back as the
you fucker.
Bill's not messing around. You're not petting him good enough.
No. Sorry, guys.
And then he comes back as the Lions.
I was going to say the Lions because reasonably they should really consider the Bears should consider looking for someone to possibly maybe.
I don't know. That's just not their style. I mean, Trubisky either looks great or is
it's like the Bears have never really had
a good quarterback.
A great quarterback.
Yeah. No, it's exactly that way.
Team where
the best quarterback they've ever had is Sid Luckman.
Kyle Orton, Cutler, fucking Trubisky.
Rex Grossman? Sexy Rexy?
Yes. They were all kind of just...
Well, Jay Cutler was supposed to be that guy. Jim McMahon when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It was just Jim McMahon.
It wasn't Rex Grossman won them the Super Bowl, won the Bears for the Bears, or was?
Yeah, sort of. There was a Kyle Orton came in kind of deal, because Kyle Orton was on the team at the same time, and I feel like something happened with Rex Grossman and they benched him and put in Orton, or maybe that was the next year after they lost that Super Bowl.
I remember when Kyle Orton played for the Cowboys. I was actually pretty excited. He was a pretty good backup.
Yeah, but Kyle Orton is a son of a bitch. He did not buy my wife a shot.
I know. You hate Kyle Orton.
He's a son of a bitch. He has a stupid neck beard, and he refused to buy my wife a shot.
Hang him for not taking advantage of your wife.
Yeah. No, there was none of that. Plus, I didn't even know Brian back then, actually.
Oh.
This is pre-Brian.
Maybe he was poor.
Pre-Brian. He wasn't poor. He was in the NFL. He was making a minimum of $875,000 a year.
Maybe he just didn't think it was worth it.
Well, he was buying shots for everybody that he knew, but Brian was in that group of them, went out with all of them, and he's like, "Where's mine?" And he's like, "Ooh, I have a neck beard." You know those shots with?
I hope that's how.
You know those pictures of him in what was it? The field, not the field house.
Airliner.
No, it wasn't the airliner. It was the one that had the bar upstairs. The Union. He was at the Union.
Oh, he would be at the Union.
Yeah, and he was dancing on tables with bottles of vodka in his.
Yeah, I thought that was at airliner.
One of those pictures that is all over the internet. It has one of my buddies, Will's, sitting at the bar doing one of these numbers with his eyes half open while he's standing on the table next to him because he was friends with him. He went to high school with him.
Awesome.
And that was the night. That was the night that Brienne was out with him. the crazy party pics of Kyle Orton was that night.
I don't go to Union anymore. Don't go to Union, guys.
Who would go to Union anyway right now?
The last
You're
two
too
times
old.
I went to Union. One time,
And that's not a bad thing.
a lady tried to score with me and my brother at the same time. It was weird and gross. We're like, we're gonna walk away now. She like even took her opened up her blouse, exposed.
I mean, was she good
her
looking?
Bare breasticles.
Yeah,
But she was really drunk.
The way you described her to me is I felt like it was like an older lady.
No,
A young gal?
younger gal.
But she wanted to score with you. Which one?
She was Scott. She was trying to rub up on both Scott and I.
Gross.
And then the other time is the door people were telling people that weren't white.
Yeah. I've heard about that before. And that's funny. You told me that story I think once before, but that's not the first time I've heard that
I
about
know.
them. I've actually heard that about brothers too.
Really?
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me.
If you're ever viewers and listeners, if you are ever in the Iowa City area and someone's like, "Hey, we should go party in the Ped Mall downtown." If you are over 22, don't.
Yeah.
Just don't.
There are certain bars to go to if you are over the age of 22, like George's.
Oh yeah, that's true. Joe's
the Mill,
Place
or Joe's Place.
is
Yeah,
fine. Yeah.
The
Mill, yeah,
Emily
you're
said
right.
Clinton Street Social Club, but really only if you're a hipster.
Yeah, I mean, well, you wouldn't even go to that one at all unless you lived
Yeah,
in
like
that
you
area.
need to
I
have
feel
like a bow tie and glasses for the look, and not because you need them to go there.
Brian gets Stitch Fix. You know what Stitch Fix
Stitch
is?
Fix.
It's funny that you should ask, Nick, because Stitch Fix is a mail order product where you get clothes, and then if you like said clothes, you can buy them. If you don't like them, you can ship them back in the provided shipping that they give you. StitchFix.com.
Oh.
Anyway, she got this green vest type thing that had like leather patches on the elbows, and I was like, "Oh shit, that is great!" Like, so I grabbed it from her and put it on, and went into my room, put my glasses on right on my rim, and grabbed a corncob pipe, and I ran back out. I'm like,
Did you keep it?
I don't think she kept it, but I was like, "Oh, Brian, what's going on?" I'm like, she's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Do I look like an old man?" She's like, "Yes." I made it look like a professor. It was great.
That's fantastic.
Instantly, I was like, it was green. It was like olive green.
Oh,
and it had brown leather.
That sounds like
elbow
an ugly
patches.
fucking blazer.
It actually wasn't bad.
Really?
It wasn't a blazer. It was just a thin. What is it? Not even a jacket. Like a over something you'd wear over a short sleeve shirt. Like a sweatshirt almost, like a thin sweatshirt. Whatever. But yeah, it was perfect. And she's like, "I liked it until you took it." and because I don't want to look like a professor. I'm like, "Brian, you even have a corncob pipe."
Hey, we got
John Cioe.
Trey
Waynes? Or Tress Way. See what I did there? Tresemme, ooh la la. Tresemme, ooh la la. Hey, speaking of things.
Choi.
Hey,
John
Choi?
Choi.
Oh, John Choi. Yeah, okay, great. I was thought he was talking about Tress Way still. Hey, what are you drinking?
Oh, thanks, John.
Thanks for the clarification. Great. Thanks for tuning in. What are you drinking? Anything? We like to drink during the podcast. I'm drinking this
we
wine.
we always get shit
that's
plowed.
fun. That's fun.
I usually get shit plowed. I don't usually remember when I'm watching the games on Sunday. I'm like, did I pick these teams? I often want to call or text Jesse to find out if we did the picks. We do them.
the picks for this slat of games for the weekend is going to be coming up probably pretty shortly here. I didn't check what we're at.
Oh yeah, Miller High Life is.
Hey, nice. The champagne of beers.
Yes.
Hey,
he's
he's a Cowboys fan. I'm a Vikings fan.
I've got Cowboys tattoo.
What's your team? Choi? John Choi?
I guess we shouldn't probably just wait for the response.
No, probably
Yeah,
not.
we should probably keep talking.
Yeah. Did you know that Deshaun Watson hasn't lost a game he started by more than one score in college or in the NFL?
I did not.
That's nutsoid. That's nutsoid McCrazy Town. Bleacher Report reported that. I'm just going to do that.
Oh, John's a Patriots fan.
Oh, nice. Oh, here it comes. Yeah. You know, here's the thing. Have you always been a Patriots fan, or were you a Patriots fan after they won all their SBs?
Yeah, but hold on though. If
championships.
if this person's really under the age of 25, they've known nothing but winning.
That's true. You could have just been like, "Hey, that's a team. I like them." Are you from the Boston area? Maybe I should say that. Ask that.
Jeez, man, you don't have to figure out exactly.
Oh,
where
look
he
at
is.
that. Since Bledsoe, there you go.
Oh,
before
look at
times.
that.
The
Yeah.
before times.
And
Nice.
He's 24, so that means that you were like 2
Rhode
when
Island.
Bledsoe took
Rhode
over.
Island, there you go.
When Brady took
A
over.
Rhode Island listener. Can I ask you a question? And I don't know. You probably hear this every single time someone finds out you're from Rhode Island. But is Quahog actually a town in Rhode Island? I need to know.
You could look it up online.
I could look it up, but John Choi's here.
That's true. He has a direct line to Rhode Island.
Yeah.
We're on the road to Rhode Island.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
Oh, by the way, Mariota is not sure if he's going to play on Sunday Night Football.
And it's in Massachusetts. Go Hog, I guess.
Oh, Quahog is?
I guess. I don't know. I'm guessing that's what he's responding to.
Crazy.
What did you say?
Mariota's not sure if he's going to play on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah,
the game
I
that
know.
puts them in to win.
I know. I was gonna text. Danielle about that. Be like this because Gabbert looked terrible too.
Oh yeah, the Blaine train. He actually won one for him, didn't they?
I don't.
Or
remember.
not? Or he came in.
Yeah.
And I think the Blaine train's actually a pretty
No, I
good
think
backup as well. We were
won.
talking about backups earlier.
He did win. He won because the Josh Johnson pick 6 at the end of the game.
Oh, God.
That's not why they won. But they
Philadelphia's-
won that in garbage time.
Philadelphia is not going to lose. I really need Philadelphia to lose.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Big time. And they're not going to because they're playing Washington. Oh, God. I just need one more final
But if you win in
good
Seattle,
game from Adrian Peterson.
if you win, you're in, right? Or is it?
We got to win. Yeah, we got to win. But, like, if we lose and Philadelphia loses, we're still in.
I think
we're going to be the Bears.
Your team's going to be my say-what pick of the week. But how does that work? Because you're going to pick your team, but I was going to pick your team as my say-what pick of the week.
It doesn't matter.
Good.
It doesn't matter. My say what pick of the week is fun. It's kind of an inverse.
Giants beat the Cowboys.
No. Why would I do that? That's ludicrousness. Oh, William.
Oh, Billy boy. The cats are clawing.
Nice. John Choi. So I had Kareem Hunt. Oh, good Lord.
Wow.
John Choi is saying that he had Kareem Hunt, Fournette, and James Conner in fantasy.
So I was bouncing back and forth.
My God, though,
all week because I had. What's
I'm sorry. I'm just going to say, my God, though, when you had Hunt and Connor churning like on all cylinders there for most of the season, you must have been killing it.
Well, and then that 1 or 2 games where Fournette was solid too.
Mm-hmm. And your flex.
Yeah. I had. So in my championship game, I had McCaffrey and Zeke, and then in my flex spot, I was going between Jamal Williams and Leonard Fournette, and I was just like, I don't know who to fucking play. Fournette's kind of sucked since they. Honestly, Fournette sucked since they benched Blake Bortles.
Mm-hmm.
And excuse me. Anyway, so I started Jamal Williams, and it was a much better play.
Is that Packers Jamal Williams?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, but this past week was been
Real
his
nice.
his best game in 3 or 4 weeks.
Jamal or Fournette?
Fournette's kind of sucked lately.
Yeah, he's been dealing with injury issues too.
Yeah,
Um,
they're a good quarterback away from being a great
exactly.
team.
They were good. They didn't have a good quarterback last year, and they freaking murdered it. Fournette's been injured all year, which really hurt him. But then, they still have the same defense. They just haven't been able to put it together.
Yeah,
I think maybe if they had a quarterback who could bail them out when they needed it, then maybe. I mean, just look at what we said earlier. They're still on the top 7 of. They're number 5 in best scoring defenses. So they're not letting people put that many points up on them. Mm-hmm. They just can't score any points. So I mean, they get a good quarterback behind them. Then there you go. It becomes the championship team again.
Yep.
Who did we say?
What?
Who did they say? Foles.
Foles. I think.
Bleacher Report said that Foles would bring him back to the glory land.
I think Flacco. I think Flacco, or even like. I mean, the Bucs said they're going to keep him, but Jameis Winston. But I feel like Jameis is the same as.
What
Blake
about a
Bortles.
healthy Tannehill in a new space?
So I'm wondering. I was thinking, where would Tannehill go? Because Tannehill is kind of like injury prone. I could see Tannehill maybe going to Denver or something. Or you got the cork piece. Or like, where the fuck would Tannehill go?
Oh. Just for a break there, John Choi said, hell yeah, I traded for Keenan Allen 2 for Diggs and Chubbs like mid-season, and I did pretty well. Okay. My thought process was I'm going to get stack on running backs and need a wide receiver who produces. So you got Nick Chubb, which is great. And, but you traded Keenan Allen for Diggs and Chubb? That's not bad.
No, he traded for Keenan Allen. For Diggs and Chubb, so he traded Diggs and Chubb for Keenan Allen.
That's true,
which is good.
It would have been a good. I think either way, that's a good trade.
The last 2 weeks, like Allen only got me 5 points this past week, and that sucked. And last week he's 0.
Well, he's been injured again.
Yeah.
So anyway, man, it's been rough. This year's been rough with injuries. What were you saying, Tannehill? Were you going to say Tannehill?
I'm trying to figure out where the fuck Tannehill would go.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that maybe he might? Because some of these starting quarterbacks are going to end up being backups. I think Bortles is going to end up being a backup.
Bortles will be a backup. I could see Tannehill being a backup because he's never really been good.
He's on the cusp, but I think his major issues have been mostly injury.
Yeah.
So I think that someone might actually take a chance on him being a starter.
I'm trying to think of teams that kind of go with a mobile quarterback. Because that's kind of what Tannehill is. He's not a mobile quarterback, but he's not a pocket passer. He's like a hybrid.
I mean, if Foles hits the open market, then Foles is more of a pocket passer, but he's got some athleticism too. Mm-hmm. He's a slight hybrid.
But is anybody going to? I know people will, but like, it wasn't the Rams or whatever that played the Foles lottery last time and lost.
Yeah, and that's why he ended up back in Philly. So yeah, I mean, but that actually Foles and Keenum were on that same team, and it was I think Keenum started, right, or was it Foles that started and Keenum took over?
I thought it was.
No, Keenan started. Keenum started,
Foles,
and then Goff came in for Keenum.
Yeah,
when they started to tank. Yeah. So I didn't think that Foles might have just been like a nothing, or was that when
he was with the Rams, right?
Yes, he's been with the Rams.
Huh.
Yeah, this is super interesting. And who knows what Tennessee's going to do. Tennessee might move, because Mariota's always injured. Tampa Bay needs somebody.
They said they're committed to Jameis being their quarterback next season.
Really?
Yeah, which is bizarre.
He's still young. He's just such an idiot.
Yeah.
He's so stupid.
They need a fucking coach who can keep him in line, man.
Did you see that whole thing? Speaking of getting kept in line, Josh Gordon is kicked out of the NFL once again because the Patriots had a system to keep guys on him.
Yeah.
And he slipped away. He slipped security to go do drugs.
Yeah. On their bye week.
He's done.
I am trying to remember which lineman, but there was a defensive lineman for the Cowboys who went to Jameis after a sack and ate the W in front of Jameis Winston.
No way.
He did one of these things and walked away.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you see Taylor Lewan go up to Josh Norman and do the arrow on the sideline? I think it was after the game, and Norman got up off the bench, threw his helmet at him, and they got into it big time. They were. It was awesome. He was it was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
It was hilarious. Jaguars need a QB. He's right. This is John Choi. Last year he had Odell and David Johnson. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah. John Choi, I want to ask you a question. Where are you at in Brady's status for next year? I know he said he wants to come back already for 2019, but I want to know what you think. And what do you think they're going to do for the future? Because they always have these other quarterbacks that they groom and then they give them away because Brady never leaves. So what do you think they're going to do? Draft somebody or maybe aim to pick somebody up? In this time, since we're an hour and 4 minutes in now, we should start doing our
We
picks.
haven't even done picks yet.
Nope,
And
let's-
holy shit.
Say what pick the pick right now.
Say what?
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. No.
Pick of the week.
Yeah, I know. It's great. I don't
We're back. So John is hitting up with some stuff about the Patriots that I would agree with. He says, I want them all to retire already. I think this would be... I do think Brady's probably got one more season in him, but I do think he should retire because I think next year is going to be his Peyton Manning season.
I do feel like they should draft somebody maybe this year.
Yeah.
And they're super good at drafting quarterbacks, not in the first round, just drafting them. What about Gronk?
I think Gronk's going to be
I think
gone.
Gronk's going to be gone as well.
Like he's old. He's not old, but he's just
He
slow.
could help a lot of teams at tight end, I think, because he's still better than a lot of teams as tight end.
He's just not a focal
but
point
he's
on
not.
the offense.
He's not going to
anymore.
be the Gronk that you would know him as, like previously.
I mean, I'd take him in Dallas,
hell, I'd take him in Minnesota. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
but he's not going to be your every down tight end anymore. Yeah, Gronk is slow as fuck this year.
Yeah, you're right.
He is injured a lot of the time, says Emily, which is the old lady knitting by me. She's not knitting, she's cross stitching. Nope, she's embroidering.
Embroidering. Sorry.
Stabbed me with a needle 3 times before I got that right.
Say what's your say with the week, you son of a bitch.
My say what pick of the week is the Vikings to beat the Bears.
Neato. I did nice. I did think about doing this, but I didn't because I think they're going to win anyway. That's me being the king of wishful thinking. My say what pick of the week, by the way, is Washington to beat Philadelphia.
Nice.
See what
Look
I
at
said
that.
there?
Yeah.
With the other way.
John, since you haven't tuned into our podcast very much, I will tell you that we have had the discussion a few weeks back. We had a discussion when the Patriots and Packers played each other. There was just back and forth of who's the greatest quarterback of all time, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady.
Oh God!
And
Forget
we
about
would
it.
both agree that it would be Tom Brady over Aaron Rodgers. And it's overall play. And for me, it's the fact that I think Tom Brady is more of a team player.
Yep.
He's never really commanded the most money. He's
Yep.
wanted the team around him, where Aaron Rodgers is just like, give me the most money.
Right, and I mean just the championships.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're in the playoff runs, like the playoff appearances. It's been 2 years since they've been to the playoff. Oh, granted, last year he was injured. So Aaron Rodgers, by the way, it was injured, so they didn't make it. But he was there this year.
Yeah. So John said, okay, there's the greatest of all time and the greatest right now. Aaron Rodgers isn't even the greatest right now.
Yeah, that belongs to Kirk Cousins.
No. Oof.
Come on, bitch.
Honestly, the greatest right
nobody
now,
wants to say it.
the greatest right now would probably be Drew Brees.
You know what? Drew Brees never gets the credit. He's not even MVP right now. Right now, everyone's
It's
on
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
They just locked up the number 1 seed in the NFC, which is the best division right now, as far as I'm concerned, because there's all this wishy-washy stuff going on. But the teams are dominant in NFC, and they're number 1.
Yeah.
I don't know how. If Drew Brees doesn't win MVP this year, there's no justice in this world.
Yeah. I honestly think he'll win it because he's never won it. And Mahomes is going to win it again someday. I mean, Mahomes is going to win it.
Oh, look at this. This is fun. John Choi said, greatest of all time, Brady, then Breeze, Manning, and Favre. And that's not bad.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a good...
Although it's a little
I don't know if
current.
What's that?
It's a little current.
I can't think of really many others.
No. You're right. You're definitely right. I mean, and like, I see that. Yeah. Oh God. Stupid. New collarbone. Great. I don't know. Who else would you put in that list? I mean, that's a tough one because that is a good list.
I obviously always want to say like Staubach and
Sure, right.
but one of the reasons why I want to say that is like he had a great career, but it was after like he had a great college career. He was drafted, but he was like, I'm gonna put this on hold. I'm gonna go do the military.
Yeah,
thing,
like-
and then I'm gonna come.
And he came like he joined the NFL when he was just like
Yeah, I think he only played for 12 or
he
13
was
seasons.
yeah, but he was old. I mean,
Yeah.
when he came in, it was just like, and I mean, that was a different time. And
Yeah.
like you're right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. When there's some older players, I think deserve their due as well.
But I think that's a pretty good list.
Mm-hmm.
Brady, Breeze, Manning, Favre. I don't know if I go in that order. I'd probably go Brady, Manning.
It's a lot heavier now on passing than it was back then too. That's the other thing we have to consider.
You also have to take into fact like how long Favre was playing to get a lot of the numbers that he like.
I mean, Dan Marino, John Elway.
yes, yeah, Aikman, but like I wouldn't put Aikman in the top 5.
No, I wouldn't either. I mean, he's a good quarterback. Let's not get it wrong, but he had a lot of good weapons around him too. I mean, that's another thing. Like Marino did it with nobody.
Yeah,
Never won the Super Bowl, but
Yeah.
like, is that his fault? Probably not.
This takes me back in conversation a little bit, and I know we need to do our game picks, but are the Broncos? This is gonna be great. Are the Broncos the new Browns?
Are the Broncos the new Browns?
They haven't had a good quarterback since Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning's last season wasn't even good. His last 2 seasons weren't even good. It was their defense.
Yeah.
And now they're carouseling quarterbacks, and they can't get a good one because they're shitty GM. I'm thinking John said yes, and I'm hoping he agrees with me on the Broncos of the new Browns.
Well, here's the thing, though. The Broncos never had anybody.
I know. Like,
So you have to. I mean, they have Jim Brown. All right, that's their best player of all time.
you mean the Browns?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I thought you'd say Broncos, but yeah.
No,
The Browns have never-
Jim Brown's is the Browns' best player of all time. But like, and they won some. I think they won some Super Bowls or something. But like, way back in the day, the Browns have never been good since. Like, the Broncos have had that peak with Elway and all that stuff. Like, I don't know.
I'm enjoying John's commentary here. I knew Case Keenum wasn't going to work out. They should go for Bradford and then let them battle, or trade for Flacco. Broncos
who are they talking about? Oh,
Broncos going for Flacco would be good.
you know what? I felt like I knew Keenum wasn't going to work out. I'm a Vikings fan. What he did last year in Minnesota was phenomenal.
He's a
But
product.
it was a
He's a product
system.
of Shermer, Zimmer,
It was
and
it was a
Keenum all
system. It
working
was
together.
a perfect fit. It was a thing that worked then, and I don't think he's gonna give you what he gives you. He's a great backup.
Yeah.
he's a great backup to have. He's meh overall as a quarterback.
Yeah.
but like even he said it. He said like going to Minnesota with the pieces that they had at the time was like getting the keys to a Ferrari. Like,
But then also, like, you got to look at this. But like, Keenum went to Denver, and what are his fucking weapons? Like, he doesn't really have much of an offensive line.
well, they were
There's a stud
supposed to
defense,
have.
yeah.
They were supposed to have. Well, they had Emmanuel Sanders, who hasn't done anything.
Demaryius
Demarius Thomas, who they traded.
yeah.
The running back situation ended up being actually the best
Yeah.
part of their
Yeah,
offense.
but it was supposed to be C.J. Anderson who they traded away, and then it was supposed to. Who was Devontae Booker?
Yeah, who got
Who-
surpassed
is he
by
even-
two
is he even still
by two
there?
rookies.
Yeah.
I think so. I think
So
he
now
is.
it's Philip Lindsay, Royce Freeman.
Which, by the way, killer combo.
Yeah.
And I think that Philip Lindsay is. Oh, God dang, they really lucked out with that guy.
I'm just wondering, like John Elway, I think is super lucky that he is John Elway, and he's the Hall of Fame or great quarterback for the Broncos, because if he were the GM for any other team, he'd be fucking fired.
Yeah,
now.
for sure.
Like, he hasn't done anything for that team.
No, I do like how you said they should go for for Bradford and make Keenum and Bradford battle.
That would be funny.
Bradford's done.
Yeah,
He's probably a good backup, maybe.
I am curious to see what Denver does, because they're gonna get a new coach. So they'll bring in Mike Shanahan.
That would be fun. I think that would be fun. Although he would run Philip Lindsay into the ground and ruin his career, probably.
Yes, like he did RG3.
Yeah, exactly.
Except, so like, I really think there is something to this young coach up and coming thing. Like,
I think
I just don't. I think these old coaches who have been in the league forever. I think
yeah. We were talking about it a little bit earlier with Packers interviewing Jim Caldwell and Chuck Pagano, and they have Philbin. You're not going to get anything that people don't know about in those situations. What you're going to get is maybe a young offensive defensive coordinator that will spice everything up. But with these guys, you know what you're going to get with these guys.
I almost out of instinct just wanted to go, the Packers should just bring in Mike McCarthy. Because, like, I can't think of a coach that's going to want to come in and, like, honestly.
Oh, John DeFilippo.
Can you think of a coach who wants to come in and work with Aaron fucking
John
Rodgers?
DeFilippo.
His ego?
Think about it. John DeFilippo only wanted to throw the ball. Aaron Rodgers only wants to throw the ball.
But he flunked out as an offensive coordinator.
He did. But when Aaron Rodgers sniffs him out and is just like, hey, Aaron, you know what I really want to do? Throw the ball. He'll be like, I want that guy.
Yeah.
He'll LeBron it. He'll get him. No, by the way, this is
the ball all day, but when you only have Devontae Adams to throw to, and then the rest of your other players are
rookies.
Yeah. And then Randall Cobb trying to hobble his way across the field.
He won't be there next year.
I think he'd be done.
God, although, to be honest, I feel like some of those wide receivers that they got were pretty talented.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
No, I don't know. Maybe it's Aaron Rodgers making him look good, though.
I did say at the beginning of this season, and I have to eat my words, that Aaron Rodgers won't play a full season again because he's injury prone. But he proved me wrong. He played a full season.
Who did?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you're right. Well, he went out week 1 on the cart, all dramatic fashion, and then came back and won the game, and then spoke in a southern accent for the post-game interview for some stupid ass reason.
That was.
Oh, by the way, I did hear about Brett Favre. John Choi was talking about the Packers bringing in Brett Favre as a coach, and what do you say? No, you know it sounds stupid. I also heard that, but I don't think there's any.
You know what I want? I want Tony Romo and Jason Witten both to quit commentating. Romo to coach
Witten
the Cowboys.
Quit commentating for sure.
And then Witten, and then Witten to be the tight end coach for the Cowboys.
That'd be great.
Witten is brutal on Monday Night Football.
He's not great to listen to.
They haven't had, honestly, I liked Mike Tirico, and Gruden sucked. But I don't remember the last time Monday Night Football had a good commentating duo where you're just like, I want to watch this.
It goes so far back as to they had Dennis Miller who sucked.
Yeah, I remember that.
It didn't work out. I don't know.
Romo's great.
No, Romo is. You know what's good about Romo is he should still be playing probably, but he can just dissect.
He's having fun.
He's dissecting all of the offenses.
Witten, I think, is just so nervous the entire time.
I feel like, although with Romo, I do feel like maybe 2-3 years down the road when he starts to fall out of touch with what the modern NFL passing and all this games going, he might start to be bad a little bit, but he's very excitable.
I'm afraid that it'll be like that where he starts predicting it and it's not what happened. It's just like, Jesus, man, stop it.
Right. See, and that's the thing. He's having fun. I think maybe he'll adapt to it because he's a fun guy. Yeah. Really.
He's also good at everything. Golf, football.
Scratch golfer, right?
Bagging hot blondes.
Yeah. He had a couple of those in the bag.
Jessica Simpson, Carrie Underwood, his current wife.
I don't know what his current wife looks like, but I'm assuming she's
smoke show.
Yeah, I figured. Let's do picks.
We probably should. We're like an hour or 20 minutes in.
Miami Buffalo.
Oh, I was like, there's a Miami Buffalo? What? I'm going to go Miami.
Ooh, me too. Some of these are just dumb. I think there's clear...
Josh Allen is coming on, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, some of these rookie quarterbacks are, like, taking... I don't know about Josh Rosen.
There are the most starting quarterbacks this week since 2012. Like,
really?
Yeah, because Lamar Jackson's most starting rookie quarterbacks starting this week since 2012.
John Cho has upset picks. We already did our upset picks. We call it Say What Pick of the Week.
Say What Pick of the Week.
I picked the Vikings to beat the Bears.
And I picked Washington to beat Philadelphia.
Yes.
Detroit versus Green Bay. What do you think, bitch?
Oh, bitch. I'm going to pick... Where is it at, bitch?
Hey, it's at Green Bay, bitch.
Oh, bitch.
What do you mean, what is it at? It's Green Bay versus Detroit. It's Green Bay. I'll put it in for you.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Green Bay.
Jets versus New England. Now, interesting.
This would have been a good save pick of the week.
Correct.
But the New England Patriots will win.
I also picked New England. John Choi. What, John Choi? Carolina versus New Orleans.
New Orleans.
God dang, Carolina, what like a tank. They just
Taylor
suck.
Haneke is
that's-
injured, so now they're on their
What?
third. They're on the third. He got sent to the IR.
What?
So they're on their third string.
How did he
quarterback.
get injured?
Shoulder injury.
Who is quarterback?
I don't
now?
know. I
Did
don't-
they
I
bring
don't-
back Derek Anderson?
No, I have no idea who this dude is.
Weird. Do you have a name? Anyway, Jacksonville versus Houston.
Don't tell me to look it up. And then
I know. I know. I'm making you do two things at one time. It's tough.
Jacksonville.
Oh, nice.
I actually think Jacksonville will upset this.
That has playoff implications. I have Houston. Dallas versus the Jets. I'll just write in Dallas for you.
Thank
and I
you.
also picked Dallas.
Giants, not the Jets.
Whatever. Falcons versus Tampa Bay.
Oof. Garbage game. Falcons.
Yep. I also picked Falcons. I wrote it in for you already. Oakland versus Kansas City. Are they going to bounce back? Is Kansas City? Is there something wrong in Kansas City? Is it because Kareem Hunt's not there?
Dude, I think so. I mean, not just
I
to be
don't
like.
Kansas City was the team to beat, and I don't think they're.
I don't think they're the team to beat anymore.
No, I
but
don't think so
I'm
either.
like Kareem Hunt was a pretty big focal point to take out of there, out of that team.
It was a huge.
And like,
focal
good for
point.
them for cutting losses, but they didn't do it soon enough. I
Yeah,
don't
and
think.
Kareem Hunt's going to land somewhere next year anyway because nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, I know.
That is actually an interesting topic in itself. What do you think? Kansas City, Oakland?
Kansas City,
I also think that. Arizona versus Seattle.
Seattle. Though I hope Arizona wins.
Yeah. Maybe Sam Bradford, John Choi, maybe Sam Bradford will come back for the game of his life.
No.
He won't.
You think Kareem Hunt will go to the Jets, John Choi? But Le'Veon Bell's out there. So Kareem Hunt would have to go to a team where they don't care about what people think. Honestly, Tampa Bay needs a running back. They really do.
Yeah, they do because they whiffed on their. Is it Royce Freeman or am I thinking of
Royce
is that the guy
Freeman
from Denver? Who's their guy?
Marion Barber? Nope.
You're about 10 years too late for Marion Barber. And he was a cowboy at one point. Good lord. Is that Rondé? One of the barbers.
Yeah. Who the fuck's the
Peyton?
No,
Peyton Barber?
who's- Hey Siri, who's the Tampa Bay? Peyton Barber.
So I just said.
Did you?
Yeah.
Shut up, Siri.
Why is Siri mad?
So Peyton's
Let's see if Google can do
close
this.
to Marion.
Hey Google, who are the running backs for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Bitch. Jacques
Jackus.
Rogers.
Jackus Rogers. San Francisco versus the Rams. What are we talking about?
The Rams. I don't think the Rams are the team to beat either anymore.
No, they're not. They're showing weakness like they did last year.
So
it's the Saints.
I can't think it is the Saints, and I can't think of an AFC team that is a team to beat. They're all kind of just like
We do this every year though, because and then the AFC teams like win.
Not last year.
Beery. Oh, baby Beery. Oh, you done did it now. The Chargers versus Denver. I'll put in the Chargers and then we'll move on.
Chargers will win.
We both picked Minnesota to beat
I could
Chicago.
see the Chargers being the team in the AFC to beat.
That's true. Cleveland versus Baltimore. Cleveland.
I kind of want to pick Cleveland,
This would have been a good save pick of the week.
but I'll pick Baltimore.
I picked Baltimore as well. Philadelphia, everybody's watching.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
I picked Washington as my save pick of the week. Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. They need to win.
Pittsburgh. And your Sunday night football game. Indianapolis versus Tennessee, which has big playoff
Indianapolis,
implications.
and they clinched a playoff berth, so they can lose in the first round of the playoffs.
I have them as well. I don't know, man.
I know
The AFC is so far
I'm
up in
saying
there.
that
That's
just to
for
dick with
Danielle.
Danielle.
Yeah, I get it.
That stupid bitch got me, made me a. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Danielle. I hope you listen to this and you're like, oh my god, that's so mean, you jackass. She made me a shadow box of the. I bought this Cowboys Colts commemorative pin because I was like,
Oh, that's right. You.
yeah. So she made a shadow box for it. So I'm gonna put it in the shitter. I'm gonna put it in my bathroom. I'm gonna shit next to it.
John Choi.
Fuck you, Emily.
Oh my god.
I don't mean it. I don't mean it. She just said cool, and I'm here.
Yeah, but the pain in her eyes is what I was looking at. Just the pain.
What about the pain in her?
Anus, is that what you're going
Yeah.
for? Yeah, I knew it. Because you are a pain in the ass. Beo, sklang. Full circle. Hey, John Choi. You know what? Thank you
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
for being in here.
Yeah, that was
and
cool.
Doing this and answering questions and being
This is
a part
a
of it.
long. It's fucking 10:20. It's a long ass
Indeed.
fucking
let
podcast.
Me, let me look for reels.
Hour and 30.
We're at 125.
We're at hour and 25 for our fucking podcast.
That's fine. We had good. This
Yeah,
is a good
conversation.
This is good. We had
I
good
didn't
things.
pass out.
You didn't pass out? You didn't fall asleep?
I didn't fall asleep. It was good
great.
shit. You're still drinking your wine. About to kill it. Oh god, that looks so nauseating. Not nauseating, but like stomach ache inducing.
No, it's fine. Contains sulfites though, so I might be hurting tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll try to
mine
drink
too.
some water. I'm not gonna drink any water.
I'm not gonna drink any water either.
Hey, but anyway, thanks to Emily.
Hey, Emily. Thank you for being here, dog. Thanks, Brad.
Thanks to Smoky Room Films.
Hey, thanks to Arcadian Brewing.
Indeed,
Smoky Room Films has a new Die Hard recreation photo out. Check it out.
it's great. Smoky Room Films Instagram. I think it's SRF. What is it? Smoky Room Films. Is it at something SRF?
Yeah, are you going to try to make it to the Des Moines thing?
I will already be in Des Moines on Sunday because I'm going to take my son to a dinosaur thing, and Brianne's going to the princess thing with my daughter. So Brianne might be able to take the kids to do something so that I could be there for that. By the way, did I tell you my plan about Kevin and Dad? I'm really ramping up on Kevin and Dad.
Yeah?
Like, I rewrote it slightly. I have an idea in mind of what I want my
Do you have a
self
Kevin and
to
Dad
look
bit
like.
that you'd want to shoot on the 15th, on the 12th?
Here's the thing. I need either a grocery store or a bookstore. Something with aisles that are definitive ends and aisles.
And that's tough.
Yeah, that might not work because I need a child. And I have a child of one of the neighbor people in mind. But I don't think it would take very long. Like, the bread
Let's talk
garden...
offline because I've got an idea.
Okay, go.
I've got an idea.
Well, not go, but yeah.
But I have also got an idea for a 1 minute that would probably start Emily, but that I would probably need a male. So you
I'm a male.
could act in
I'm
it.
kind of fat right now.
Jesse, you're so hard on yourself. I am too. You see all this flabasty? Yeah.
Shut up. You're great.
You're great too, man. Oh, this is getting weird.
This is fake. You gotta, if you want to ask us any questions, go to Twitter at ProFootballJuice. Hashtag Juice Nation.
motherfuckers.
Juice Nation, bitch.
What? Hey. If you haven't had enough of us on Twitter, check us out on Facebook.
Might as well, bitch. If you want to listen to us all the time, which I know you do. go
Every
to
fucking day.
Stitcher.
Hey. Tune in radio.
Hey, iTunes.
Google Play Music.
Zach, if you want to watch us live, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to, because I got a sweet haircut now.
Yeah, he does got a sweet haircut.
Twitch.tv
It's fucking ballin'.
Pro FB Juice. Oh, it might not be Pro FB Juice. It might just be Pro. Go to Twitch and look up Pro Football Juice.
You could
You'll
also
find it.
slap your beanie to the YouTube video.
That's true.
Or jerk off. I don't care.
Whatever.
Ooh, that one was more vulgar.
What,
Insert
jerk
something
off?
into yourself.
Jerk off. Not vulgar.
Plans after this, Jesse?
Who? What?
Plans after this?
plans after this.
You work tomorrow?
I do work tomorrow. Plans after this will be producing this around the web and whatnot.
The interwebs. Yeah.
on the aforementioned what do you call it? Aforementioned
Social media platforms. Platforms, yes.
Aforementioned platforms that we have already discussed.
Hey, John, you still there? Yeah?
John Choi?
John Choi?
It's funny because you say John Choi is Italian, but John Choi sounds super. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, it's not a thing. Or maybe we're just butchering it, or we're probably just butchering it. But
Hey,
it sounds
John,
a little.
he's here.
Hey, it sounds a little Asian, right?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Maybe we're. I feel like
The
I'm
fact that
butchering
it's
it.
spelled the way it is makes me that's Italian.
Well, yeah. No, it's
telling us
definitely
that-
It looks. Yeah, it definitely looks
Yeah.
Italian. But I feel like
We're
I'm-
just ignoramuses.
Yeah, right. I feel like from the. By the way. Oh, nice. Hey, is this
John,
your username on?
We're gonna end
on
up just being on the fucking podcast, just talking to John. We're fucking ever.
he gets it all the time. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not being an asshole. Nice, but is that your username? Is John Choi your username on?
So John, not
Is-
so we don't
is that your
always
username on
podcast
Madden or
on. Oh yeah,
on PS4.
John, we don't always podcast on Thursdays. We don't really podcast on Wednesdays.
Yeah, normally it's Wednesdays, unless it's sand volleyball season. Then it's usually
It's
like Tuesdays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, this could go on
It
while we
would be,
finish
yeah.
this because outro's
like,
out. Peace.
Deuces, bitch.
Oh, nice. Oof. 131.04. Well, I think it's not our longest though. Well, it's got to be pretty, like, sort of our longest. Alive, like with.
Hey, John. John, I think your biggest problem for the Patriots right now is a very similar problem the Cowboys had. You've really got no wide receivers beyond Edelman. You had Gordon, but
Yeah.
the fucker loves weed too much. I
That's
get
true.
it. But then you had.
I mean, weed's pretty great.
Weed is awesome.
To be honest, I don't do that much, or I don't do any really anymore. But I used to, and it was really freaking great when I did.
You see your defensive backs, but you guys the Patriots ruined the relationship with Malcolm Butler and then
Right.
let him go.
Yep. What's he with the Tennessee Titans right now?
Yeah, and then Stephon Gilmore hasn't really done anything.
Yeah, that was your big money guy, and it didn't really work.
You got
out.
Philip Dorsett, who flunked out of the Colts, but also, again, when I say flunked out of the Colts, he didn't have Andrew Luck the entire time he was
but
there.
wide receivers always been a non-issue for the Patriots.
Yeah.
like they had Randy Moss is the best receiver they've ever had.
It's been a non-issue because Tom Brady has always been fantastic, but
Right.
now he's finally starting to play like a regular quarterback.
That's true.
And he doesn't have the weapons to throw to. And I agree with you. Like, getting rid of Cooks was probably a bad idea. Having Josh Gordon was a huge boost to the offense, but again, he fucked himself up.
I don't think that. And they had Cooks, yeah, but I don't think he actually did as much as you would think he would have done in that system. I remember when we were podcasting that you said that he was going to be just as good as Randy Moss in that system, and I called you a fucking moron.
Yeah.
And it ended up being correct.
Yeah, you were correct. I also made the idiotic comment of saying that Josh Gordon, when given the opportunity, I think he's one of the best in the league.
No. That's not necessarily idiotic. I think he can be one of the best in the league, but he is just fucked up mentally. I mean, that's sad. It's sad, really.
It's really sad. Like, a buddy of mine who's in our league with us, he sent a message saying how funny it is or whatever of it, but it's not funny. Like, it's the NCAA using and abusing someone who couldn't make money any other way, so he started selling drugs. He became dependent on drugs because he's only been used by coaches to make money.
Right.
So it's just yeah, man, I don't know.
It's kind of a sad story. Obviously, there's probably some mental issues there that
Yeah.
are going on that we don't have no idea about. But I mean, really, it's a very sad story about someone who's uber talented and can't get it together. Almost like Ricky Waters.
Yeah.
Although,
What about Jamarcus Russell?
well, he liked pizza too much or something.
He also didn't read plays.
Yeah, no, he was just
Playbooks.
lazy as fuck. He basically is what happens when you have all the talent in the world but don't have passion for the game.
Yeah. What are you drinking now?
Emily, would you like to take a drink of this before I do? It's UFO raspberry. It's a raspberry Hefeweizen. Emily, drink the beer.
Throw something at her.
I'm gonna throw this at her.
Emily, you will drink the goddamn
At least
beer.
smell it. It smells good. You smell it. You like raspberries?
Smells good.
Yeah. All right. Not my fault. James White was leading the AFC. Yeah.
That's not good.
No,
I'm sorry, but like when you're
technically
technically
a
running back
running
is
back,
leading the receptions, that's not good because that means Brady's just checking it down.
That's also true. But at the same time, I mean, I don't discount the he's like a Darren's, like James White is like a Darren Sproles, but I think probably more lethal.
You think James White's? I think Darren Sproles is more lethal than James
Well,
White.
Darren Sproles in his
In his
heyday.
prime, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He's probably better, but I mean, like they're using him like a Darren Sproles type thing, and it's working out well for them. But yeah, see, John Choi knows.
We should stop. I should probably go home.
Yeah, right. I'm in like editing mode right now.
Yeah.
Usually you're gone by now.
Hey, John, we're gonna sign off. It was good talking to you, buddy. You should really tune in every week. It's fun. I like keeping engaged with people watching the podcast.
Yeah, man. Like,
Plus, we get shit faced.
Anybody who like comes in and starts chatting everything, we'll answer any questions and we'll hold this kind of conversation. That's what we do. There's a guy that we know named Lightning Rush who hasn't been on for a few seasons or whatever, but like, hey, thanks for the follow.
Yeah,
That's
man.
awesome. Thanks, man. But yeah, come back anytime, and we'll talk more football.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
like
do.
talking
We
football.
like talking football.
Full disclosure, John, we talk about football, but we also just fucking bullshit a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
we bullshit quite a bit.
we'll talk about.
You caught us
porn.
on a very, very football heavy
It was.
episode.
I wonder if it's just because like your Vikings won and my Cowboys won.
Maybe. I had a lot of notes. I
Yeah.
was very prepared for this one.
Good stuff.
But yeah, but thanks
We
for
had a
tuning in
fucking
and everything.
podcast where we talked about chocolate milk, John.
We did, but that was the off season.
It was the opposite.
We rated a bunch of chocolate milks.
Yeah. If you get to see a podcast where we have champagne, you're in for a treat.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of belching.
And a lot of Belgian. We
Just
also get shit
Be
faced.
prepared for the
Danielle
belching.
was telling me that she's gonna get us a couple bottles of champagne or prosecco or whatever from wine styles that are apparently like this big.
But that's not Ballatory.
No, it's not. She doesn't realize it.
It's always Ballatory Gran Spumante.
Coffee milk. What's coffee milk? Is that coffee milk stout?
Ooh yeah, coffee milk stouts are the shit.
See, I don't like Bill, John.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't like Bill,
John? I like this Bill.
How dare you?
I don't like beer, John.
Yeah.
I like whiskey.
Nick is a hard alcohol fan. By the way, this is Bill. You can see him now. This is Bill the cat. He's our official mascot of Pro
coffee
Football
milk
Juice.
syrup. You're throwing me out. I don't know what the hell's happening anymore.
Bill is the
It's a New England thing, right? Thing.
Huh.
I don't know.
that sounds pretty good to
I
me.
visited Boston once. It was fun.
He's got a Boston University polo.
I do. I also bought her a Boston University polo. She may have worn it once. I'll tear it off you.
All right. Well, and that shall end the video podcast. Bye, John Choi.
Hey, man.
LeBron Bedford. All right. See you later. Peace.